I'm not sure why, but I really like these voice recorders. I think they're pretty interesting to have on just a hand, just maybe keep them in a pocket. You never know what happens. Maybe you get into a road rage, or some neighbor gets angry with you, or even a job. Recording an interview, maybe it's good, maybe just, you record the promise, salary promise, or even maybe there's a problem with an employer or some employee or something, coworker. Really, really interesting to have at hand. So I got this thing of AliExpress. The thing costs, I think it's $7 plus $3 for shipping. So all around it's $10. And I have to say I'm really impressed with this. I'm not going to say this is a high-end small device at all by any means, but for the money you pay, it's very, very performing, very enough actually. These things, there are several types. I think I have another video and I was reviewing this other device. I think it's an older model, and these things will just plug into the USB to record, to charge, and to transfer the files. However, this little guy here has a um, headphones plug, and you can just actually, it comes with headphones. It's this obviously very cheap ones, but usable for if you want to listen to voice. And you can at any moment just play back the recordings, just plug in headphones or earplugs and just play back and listen to conversation. So I was hesitating between this model and maybe a larger model that had a small display and also that had a small speaker to it, but those are much, much larger, much heavier also. One of the perhaps the most important thing with these things is to be able to hide them, to keep them really without other people noticing them. And I just want to say this is very, very small. Like I said, this is the other one I had. It's more like a USB, portable USB. Um, it's so much larger. You notice the size. I have a just compare the size. This is a Cricket lighter, so it's is very, very, very small. This is another USB memory stick. You notice the size, the difference. I really like the size. The recording also, and that's another point. The microphone. I think the microphone is located inside this hole here, and it's very, very sensitive. Actually, it's very useful to record people at even 10, 15, 20 feet away. If you are in a classroom, you want to record your teacher and you are in the back of the classroom, you have a good chance to hear it. You also can play MP3 files on this guy. It records in WMA, I think, format, but you can place MP3 files on it and play back and record playback music. It acts as an MP3 player as well. However, the sound on MP3 music is really not great. It's there, but it's nothing, no high quality of sound. But for voice, it's more than enough. Um, Again, it comes to with a kind of headphones, cheap ones, really not worth using. It also comes with this charging cable, which also plugs just like the headphones in there, and then you plug it into your computer and it's charging. It does record a lot of hours. You just don't really need that much memory. It has 8 GB, and I think I will put maybe a link for another one for about 4 GB, but that's really a ton of hours of voice recording. It's more than enough. It has a rechargeable battery inside. I didn't test the battery on this small paper. It says the battery lasts 8 hours. So does it really last 8 hours? I have no idea, but I'm sure it will last at least 2, 3, or 4, or maybe 5 hours. It has two buttons for volume, but also for skipping, just playing the next file. and the button functionality is very confusing. But if you look on the paper, maybe you get an idea, because several buttons are used for several functions. Depends how you keep it pressed or keep it or depress it quickly. One button, I think it's just stopping, the other is skipping to the next file. So yeah, it's just two buttons, so they had to manage somehow to work around a few functions. It doesn't I don't know if it doesn't fast forward a recording. So if you have a voice recording of 2 minutes, you can either pause, but you cannot fast forward that recording, so you just jump to the next one if you want. It has a small light here, which is very tiny, so it's very stealth, if I can say so. It's not won't be seen by other people. And again, that light blinks in many ways. You need to check the small paper to understand what each light means, when the battery is fully charged, when it's low battery, when it's recording, and so on and so on. One of the things with these recorders is that when you press the power button, which is located here, it says on off. It's easy to use, and even what I like also, because I think it's important when you want to record your conversation or phone conversation, stuff like that, you don't need to look at the button. You just feel it like that and can just switch it on or off without looking at it. Just keep it in your hand and switch it on and off. However, when you switch it on, all these small recorders take about, I think, 6-7 seconds before they actually start recording. So you see a light there, but it will take another 5, 6, 7 seconds before it starts actually recording. So you need to keep that in mind. It's a little bit annoying, but I guess it's the time the software wakes up. Let me just do a test with it. I'm going to speak just like I speak now. Let's just start it. And like I said, it has, let me see where the lights is there and the button is here. So let's just keep talking like this. It will record in about 2-3 seconds. I think right now it should start recording, but let's just talk like this and see how it sounds. I'll put a sample, and maybe let me just put it down here. I'm just going to walk, maybe I would say that will be 15 feet away. That's about 5-7 meters away, or 5 meters. And I'll try to talk loudly just like now, and then softly, so we get an idea. So this is about, I would say, 15 feet away, 5 meters away. This is just a normal talk, and now I'm going to talk softly, so I will dim my voice. So this is what it sounds now. I'm just dimming my voice, so I think it's still recording properly even at 15 feet away, and this is useful to record people maybe in a classroom or stuff like this. Okay, so let's just do another test. I'm going to put it in my pocket now, and let's see how it sounds. That's another possible way that we may want to use this thing. So right now it's in my pocket. It's just a jeans pocket, so it's just the way it records. And let's just also talk softly at this moment. So this is just the software voice actually of mine, and I think it's still recording pretty nicely, and you can put it in a purse, in the jacket, stuff like this, and just forget about it and record the conversation when you actually need to. It is just power off. So this is it. Obviously, it's inexpensive, but for the price you pay, it is more than enough, because you may pay for other devices 10, 15, 20 bucks, and they just don't perform in a satisfactory way. I really recommend it, and it's definitely something, like I said, that you can carry with you in your car, in your jacket, and you never know when you need it. So I do recommend these things to have on.